Hi guys, it's Blackie and welcome back to the channel. Okay, continuing in the Getting Your Own Gear series, I want to touch on something right quick. I've been asked about, will I be doing a cook kit? And yes, we will be talking about cook kits. But we've already talked about water, so I want to kind of show you how those two interconnect. Having a canteen cook set is really about one of the most practical things there is for early beginning woodscraft, because we're going to be carrying water with us, but at the same time being able to heat up water, especially in the winter whenever it's really cold and you need something to warm you up, like hot coffee or hot chocolate, hot soup, is always a good idea. So let's talk about what foods. You're going to be carrying water, so either a water bottle, a grail for a filter, or some form of canteen, or maybe even a water bladder. Many of you ex-military, you didn't have a canteen, you had a water bladder. And so that's how you think of carrying water in the field instead of a canteen set. And that's very viable. But let's talk about why we need to carry some food in our haversack when we go. Food is fuel. And especially if we're retired now or we're not as active as we were, and we step out and we start doing active, hiking or climbing a ridge or paddling a canoe or whatever, it can run us down pretty quick because and here's a word you don't hear much anymore, endurance. Think of endurance like mileage in a car. That you have X amount of endurance at any given moment starting out before your body depletes its energy reserve that it's got stored in the tissues and etc. And then it has to turn around and start pulling from its reserves in the body. The first reserve it wants to pull from is your gut and what you recently ate that may be sitting there not fully digested, so it can digest it and provide energy to you, or something you just drank. Thus, energy drinks, bars, things like that will boost your energy back up. It's throwing a fresh log on the fire, so to speak. The long-term hours and hours and hours of endurance come from things like carbs and stuff like that. So it's something that is going to give off energy over a longer time period. When you first start hiking, camping, or whatever, you will have an endurance that reflected your original daily activities. So if you were somebody working in an office complex somewhere that spent a lot of the day sitting in an air-conditioned office, in a professional capacity, you don't have a lot of physical endurance because of maybe the muscles aren't toned up, but you definitely don't have, the body has not been taught to store that energy reserve that you're going to need it. The good news is the body will adapt, but it's always going to be a learning curve. And so carrying something with us that we can supplement once our reserves start to peter out, like an energy bar, like a power drink, something like that, or to replenish things our body didn't know to store because it wasn't expecting to be sweating on a 10-mile hike. So things like Gatorade and powdered electrolytes and stuff like that make a big difference. So how does this relate to this? You're going to be carrying a canteen anyway. Carrying something with the canteen for the solid energy type stuff. Now, things that require absolutely no cooking whatsoever are, for example, energy drink, energy bars, candy bar. They require no preparation. You tear it open and go to eating on it. One step up, meals that are all ready to eat. For example, Vienna sausage or potted meat or those small packages of Spam or the small packages of tuna fish or whatever. You get my point. You can just open it up and eat it right there and then pack out your trash. You can recharge that way. In the cold environment, you may want something to warm up so it warms up your core temperature. So with the canteen set, and this is one of the Pathfinders, This set that I put together also has a cup and a stove on it. Now, with this cup, I can cook in that. I can heat up water from my canteen and throw in and make hot chocolate, hot coffee, something like that to help bring up my core temperature. The stove that you get as part of the set has a little grill on it, and that can be real handy over a little twig fire to brown up something or etc. What I do is I came up with the old style canteen cup stove that just hooked to the bottom of the cup like that and stayed on the cup. That way you could pick it up. That grill prevents that. But what I do with this is I turn it like this, and I will build a small twig fire in here. And then I will sit the canteen cup, not like this, you'll smother it, like this, sideways on it. And I've demonstrated this in videos. And if you go look at my canteen cup cooking, you will see me use this technique a couple of times. And therefore I could heat up. Why put it sideways? Because this side is solid and it keeps some flames from looking out there and making my handles too hot to grab a hold of, see? So just sitting it on there sideways works fine. Likewise, if I'm in a situation where we have a campfire, that means we're in camp. We have reached our destination and we have established a camp. I can rake up a bed of coals and sit this down and then set it on top of that, letting this be a stand then. So those two work well together. Now, in my haversack, I also carry a spoon. But in here, I carry a spoon spatula set that I'd picked up at Walmart years ago. As I understand, these are not available anymore. But you see these spoons around, but you don't see the little flat spatula. And I have found this to be very good for canteen cup cooking. But it allows me to be able to get into the canteen cup. You want something with a flat tip so that you can come in and scrape the bottom of the canteen cup, like making scrambled eggs or other cooking inside a cup. A flat tip is better than a round end of a spoon. I also carry in here a lid. The lid goes on top of the cup and therefore seals it up and allows me to keep food warmer for a minute. Maybe I got to reposition or whatever, or I've got something that needs to soak for a minute, like bring water to boil, dump in rice, put the lid on it, and then let the two work together, let the rice absorb and expand. Instead of being back on the fire where it could burn, I can let just the residual heat do the work, and this traps the heat. This also can be turned upside down and used as an improvised sort of plate to eat out of as well. And that is just a canteen cover. Now, I like the woodland type because it had these pockets on it, military issue type. And on this side, I've got coffee. This is Copico Premium, which means it has creamer and sugar already in it, and it's instant. I can just pour this into water and drink it straight like that. I don't have to carry anything else. In the other little pouch, I carry this little knife. Is a Rough Rider that you can get from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it's called a cotton sampler. And that little butcher knife like tip is great for processing food in camp, cutting meat, stuff like that, like a miniature folding butcher knife head right there, and it skins fairly well too. And then I've got a spoon in here. There's also some spices and stuff down there in the bottom in individual packets. But with that, I've got the bulk of my needs covered, because usually what you're going to do is you're going to have something to eat that requires being heated up. Now, MREs, for example, I like MREs because, just like the military did, I can simply pour creek water. I can scoop up creek water in this, put it on the heat. What if I carried a little Trangia with me? I could slide it into that stove and not even have to, build a fire. And take a MRE and just not open it up, leave it in the package, the individual unit, not the whole thing, and stand it up in the water and immersion heat. So I can heat it up on a cold day without having to actually dump it in here and dirty up my canteen cup. It would just be boiling water around the package and would heat it up that way. And I could take it out, sit it in the lid, split it open, and use the lid to hold the MRE and eat it out of the package. I've done that many times. How about ramen? I know many of you eat ramen. And ramen is really good to carry on campouts and events, provided you have what you need to make it happen. Something to boil water with, and this qualifies that. The ones that are in the cups, pre-made up. So all I got to do is boil water and pour it into the cup, and then just insulate the cup a little bit with a shamag or something, and I'll have a hot something to eat. Instant mashed potatoes, all kinds of stuff. And if you look at the Canteen cooking series, you will find quite a few recipes that I've already done. Now, how I modified mine is the molly strap on the back. I simply went down to the hardware store and got 2 D-rings. These are brass D-rings, and just slid them up on there and snapped it. And that by friction will hold it in place. With that, I can now take a 2-quart canteen strap and have a free-hanging carrying canteen. Now, yes, this is not in the haversack, so to speak, but it's part of your kit. You need to carry water to remain hydrated. If it's in the warmer times of the year, you need to carry electrolytes, powdered electrolytes, so that I can create a Gatorade type beverage drink in order to replace what I've used by exertion. Again, keeping your endurance up. I need to carry some sort of quick eat that I don't have to stop to eat, like energy bars, Vienna sausages, Slim Jim, jerky, fruit roll-up, something like that that I can eat and will give me energy to keep going. Those are the day hike short term. If I'm doing an overnight, then I have meals that I can heat in my canteen cup, prepare in the canteen cup or warm up in the canteen cup to give me warm, hot meal at the end of the day. That's how you make it work. You don't have to carry a big, elaborate cook set, but you do need to carry for the food you're carrying. So let's say I'm doing a day hike. I could drop most of this and just carry the canteen itself with the strap and not carry the bulk of the weight of this set, because all we're doing is a 5-mile hike and we're coming back to the car. Well, a water bottle or a Grail might be a better choice then. See, I would have instant eat food rather than anything I had to prepare. I'm doing a full day hike, 10 or 12 miles, then I need to be prepared for unexpected camping and carry at least something equivalent to MRE with me, so that if I become injured, if whatever, and I have to hunker down and wait for rescue, I have food with me to buy time until they get in here to me, depending on where you're at, how deep in you're going. See, and then if we're doing a 3, 4, 5-day event, whatever food I'm carrying, I have to be able to prepare with the tools I bring, the pot, the skillet, the whatever is required, and make it worth the weight to carry it. Why would I want to carry a big old 10-inch skillet when I only have got one thing I'm planning on cooking in that whole 5-day event that would need a skillet, if everything else could be done in a canteen cup? You see my point? It's preventing you from carrying bulk you don't need. Focus the food that I'm going to have, whatever my menu is going to be, and then focus the preparation requirements for that. That's the way to do it. Hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, put the like, share, and subscribe down there. I'd really appreciate it to feed that algorithm. And throw me a comment in there. I'd greatly appreciate it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.